Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Sam. Today we're going to be doing you a one card pull from this deck to see, not just to give you spiritual advice for today, but possibly to give you just a new perspective that you haven't considered before. So this can be advice specific to the next 24 hours, the next 48 hours if you like. But really my intention is just for this to give you a spiritual lesson that is for your highest good in like just a bite-sized amount, just like a snack size, fun size spiritual lesson to help you on your path, whether that be today or just on an ongoing basis. Yeah, snack size. I like that. All right, let's see what card wants to come out for you. Ooh. Oh, guys. This is card number 67. Alexander at the end of his terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I made this for myself because some days you can just have days when you really struggle. And the energy is just off, man. And like, why is this shit happening? Yeah? I think we all have days like that. No matter how baseline equanimous we are, we can all have days where we're like, what was up with that? And there's a lot of talk in the manifestation community, the spiritual community, amongst energy folks who'll say like, well, what did you do to attract that today? And sometimes, guys, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, sometimes the cause is not so direct as the effect energetically, right? Some days what we face is just sort of an energetic shitstorm. That's okay, right? Because luckily our life consists of way more than just one day. And it's a blip. I wrote this card for myself because sometimes you have a really struggle-filled 24 hours. And there can be this impulse, especially as someone dedicated to your path, to say like, what can I do? What was there to learn? What else can I do to change this? Struggle, more struggle. Even like it can be disguised from us because we think, no, it's spiritual. I'm not just spinning my wheels, right? Because it's spiritual. You are a spiritual being, yes, but you're in a human body, in a heavy density. So this card comes out to remind me, to remind you that sometimes you just need to hit the reset button and go to bed. Yeah, you need to go to bed. And this is also a reminder of one of the 7 Hermetic principles from the Kybalion. It's principle number 5, the principle of rhythm. The energy ebbs and flows. It's like a pendulum, right? And it swings. And sometimes it slows down. And sometimes it speeds up, right? And you may go through periods where you have what you would class as a good day, followed by what you would class as a bad day. Good day, bad day, good day, bad day, right? And then it's just an energetic swing of the pendulum. The way I like to reframe this for myself is that, look, today, the past 24 hours, whatever, maybe the past 48 hours sucked. But that's okay because, today sucked, so tomorrow can knock my socks off. And that's a very useful and refreshing belief, because when we feel like we're stuck in it emotionally, it's hard to see the light. It can be. This card comes out to remind us of the light and to also reassure us that it's not for lack of struggle that we're having a bad day. It's not because we're not doing enough. It's just energetic, is this reminder. Whatever this has been for you, it's energetic. The energy will change. If it's ebbing right now, it will flow again. And you just have to push the reset button. And sleep helps so much in a human body. It's this was a few years ago, so they might have broken through and understand more about sleep now. But I remember listening to this podcast with a sleep expert, and he was being asked why do we need to sleep? And he was like, it's kind of embarrassing, but none of us really know. It's just like, we know what happens if you don't sleep, and it's not good. It's not good. Even on the scale of 1 day, right? If we don't get enough sleep, it's not good. That can alone throw off all of the energy, just internal to us, which will change what we encounter in the outside, as we know. But if you've been long enough in the spiritual community, you know that there are spiritual reasons why we sleep. There's a lot that we get up to in that space. And a lot that can be just sort of worked out when you feel like you're doing nothing and sleeping. Things will get better. There's also a reminder here that you may have slipped into lack or fear mindset today. I know nobody wants to hear this at the end of a difficult 24 hours. I'm just reading from the card. I made this for myself. I get angry at myself sometimes reading my cards, but it is nonetheless a good reminder if this applies to you. How can we reframe that? If we come to the end of a day and we're feeling like shit and we're like, ugh, I fell into lack today, or like some aspect of what occurred today was just from my own disposition or from my own perception of the situation. And I know that. Like, yeah, you got me, right? This one's on me. I slipped into fear. I slipped into lack. How can we reframe that? As difficult as it is, we can look at a time that we slipped into lack or fear as something that shows as our triggers, right? Like, what caused me? What was the slippery slope? How did I wind up in that state? And this can give you valuable spiritual information. You can be grateful for being shown your triggers. Once you have identified them, you can reframe it in this fashion. And you can also remember just the act of realizing that you slipped into fear or lack shows so much growth. I'm willing to wager that there would have been a time, possibly not so long ago, where you wouldn't have even identified, like you would have no idea energetically what had happened, and you would just purely feel like a victim. And there would be no analyzing of the situation. There would be no energetic assessment, or even if there was an impetus to improve, there wouldn't have been any self-awareness or knowledge to be able to do so in a meaningful, energetic way. But now you can, and now you have, and now you are. Look at you. You're better than you were, and you're getting better every day. And in that, there is so much hope and light and good energy. The more you improve, the fewer of these days you'll have, because even if the situations are rotten, your perspective on them is so much different that you can't perceive them in the same way. Or if you do, you find yourself in that energy less and less. I don't just mean fewer times, right? Less in that sense. I also mean each time that it happens, you're in that energy for a shorter amount of time because you alchemize it so quickly and you're so self-aware. So anyway, this has run a little long. It's time to hit the reset button. And no matter how shitty today, the past 24 hours was, this too shall pass because it's just energy. And you are freaking killing it. I'm proud of you. I will see you in future readings. Take care.